Okay, in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys through what it takes to build a good back, what it takes to build a wide back, what it takes to build a thick back. So, having said that, this particular workout is not my workout which I do every week. I like to switch things up. I like to incorporate other exercises in. Currently, I'm biasing my lats, so I'm biasing the exercises which add to my width rather than my thickness. But for this video and for you guys, I've constructed a workout which I believe is optimal for back growth. So first of all, as I mentioned previously, there's two things you need to concern yourself when trying to build a big fat back, and that is the width aspect and the thickness aspect. Width refers to how wide you look. A big part of trying to achieve an aesthetic physique has to do with your lats, right? And the width of your lats. There's also exercises which add to the thickness and the density look of your back. First things first, if any of you have been watching my previous videos, you know I'm a big believer in pre-exhaustion sets. When it comes to building muscle, there are many important factors, obviously, but for me and what I've noticed with my muscle growth, the main change that I made was improving my mind-muscle connection. And the main way I did this was by doing pre-exhaustion sets before my main compound lifts. So in this case, what I typically do on my back days, I pre-exhaust on the lat pull down. So I will do 2 heavy sets, slow and controlled, and then 1 back off set, which is lighter. I'll really focus on getting blood into the muscle, focus on getting a contraction, and make sure that I'm pumped up before I go into my, my rows and the rest of my workout. What this does is it will allow you to get a better mind-muscle connection, get a better squeeze, get a better contraction. And I cannot stress this enough, fam. This is what leads to muscle growth. Not how much you can lift, not how many reps you do. It's how you do those reps, how you control those reps, and the muscle contraction which you get. Picture in your mind your muscle moving and contracting. Okay, so let's talk about form when it comes to the lat pull down really quick. I bet 80% of you, whenever you do your lat pull downs, you feel it in your bicep, in your forearm, and you barely feel it in your lats. Stop doing your lat pull downs with your back straight. When you pull the bar down towards you, make sure you lean back and you hold the squeeze in that position. What this will do is it will take the tension off your biceps and off your forearms and put it entirely on your lats. And trust me, this is an insane difference. You want to isolate the muscle which you're targeting. You don't want to be adding in a whole bunch of muscles with shit form. Otherwise, you're just not going to see growth. Next is a barbell row. This is an exercise which will, obviously, it still targets the lats, it still targets width, but also your rows, your barbell rows, your dumbbell rows are responsible for adding to your thickness of your back, making you look big, essentially. That's what rows do. Whether it's single-armed rows, whether it's barbell row, as I said, it doesn't matter. Any row movement will bias your thickness and the density of your back, which a lat pull down or a pull up or a pullover won't do. Typically, in my back workout, I like to get 3 row movements and 3 width movements. The chest supported dumbbell row is a great way to isolate your lats. Okay, next is my favorite back exercise of all time. If you haven't already, I'll definitely start doing these. Lat pullovers, fam. These isolate your lats so goddamn well. Now, this is an exercise which will add to the width of your back rather than the thickness look, right? So if you're trying to get wider, if you're trying to look more aesthetic, if you're trying to build up that V-taper, this is a fucking amazing exercise. And the pump you get from this is absolutely insane. So what I like to do here is I like to get 2 separate ropes and just get a stretch at the top and pull my elbows towards the floor. Slow and controlled, hold the squeeze for 1 second. I recently started doing these single arm lat pull down. This movement targets your lower lat. If you start adding these to your workout, you'll feel like a new muscle being unlocked, bro. And this again adds to your V-taper, adds to your aesthetic look. So I'll do 1 heavy set, then I'll drop it to 1 lighter set, and then on that lighter set, I'll do a drop set or do a rest pause. That's another thing I like to do. On your final set, take 10 deep breaths and then repeat using the same weight. This is just, again, another way to stimulate the muscle, train till past failure, and just really get the most out of the muscle and get the most out of muscle growth. As you can tell, I'm very much biasing my lats rather than, my traps or my upper back in these movements. But this one is targeting my upper back. So if you position your hands like I have done in this video, you will target your upper back and your traps rather than your lats. I hope this video has been helpful. And I'll definitely recommend all these exercises to incorporate in your next back workout. Obviously, there are many ways which you can target your back muscles using different machines. There's many different exercises which you can do, but as long as you're getting in a lat pull down or a pull up, a cable row, and a chest supported seated row, that's all you need. Okay, peace.